In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the 3 different types of revenue and ways that you can actually make money in your lawn care and landscaping business, and when each of these are going to be useful. So make sure you watch all the way to the end. The goal is to allow you to start to think through, if you're just getting started or thinking about mowing lawns for money, these are the 3 different types of ways that you can actually make revenue. So the first way is going to be through reoccurring revenue. And then the second one is going to be reoccurring revenue. And then the last one is going to be one-time projects. So these are the 3 different ways that you can actually make money inside of your lawn care and landscaping business. So for anybody that is wanting to build a true and real business where you don't have to work forever, if you want to transition yourself out of the field and you don't want to be that field operator that is out stuck in the field, constantly mowing, weed control, doing the actual trimming of the bushes, installing mulch, what I recommend is focusing on recurring revenue. The reason why recurring revenue is so nice is because when you grow that revenue, let's just say, for example, if you built $1 million recurring mowing business model, that's all you did was mow lawns. Guess what? On January 1st of next year, you still have and own $1 million business. Whether you get any new customers or not, generally speaking, majority of them stay with you season after season because that's a recurring service. You're there every week mowing the lawn or every other week. Very nice. So this is going to be your maybe mow service. This is also going to be probably your weed control. So we do weed control every 6 weeks, and then also bed cleanups, bush and bed service, where we come out every month and a half to trim the bushes, pull the weeds. Okay, that's going to be your recurring work. This is ideally what we want to focus on. If you can build a business that has 80% recurring revenue, that's amazing. I would highly recommend it. It's going to make your life way easier, by the way. Now let's talk about some reoccurring services. So this is going to be leaf cleanup, happens once a year, probably some mulch installation. You can even put some aeration service in here. So these are things that happen annually, but not as often. So much so I would also put my insect control in here because we do this every 90 days. It's not as frequent as the recurring, but it does need to get done. All right, so the next one is going to be your one-time projects. This is going to be, big cleanups, maybe some like patio stuff, flower bed creation, flower beds, like installs, like bushes, flowers, stuff like that. These are the 3 different types of revenue services. Now, in the beginning, let me caution you guys, for anybody who's literally like just getting started, maybe you don't even have a customer yet. You're going to want to focus on one-time projects if you're just getting started. Why? Very easy. Watch this. You can go out and sell a one-time project, and typically these are going to be larger jobs that you spend a half day, full day on doing that kind of work. I mean, sod, you can even put sod in there. The reason why one-time projects are nice is you sell the customer one time. You don't need any of the materials. You could literally start with $0. Let's just say it's a $1,000 job. I would go to the customer and say, hey, Susie, whatever her name is, right? Hey, we need 50% deposit down to cover the material costs for this big project and or labor. Right? They give you $500, and then you can go out and actually get the material, whether you need a wheelbarrow, sod, like whatever, right? Also, you typically sell one job and it creates a ton of hours. So like 4 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours, 16 hours. Very, very nice if you're just getting started. Now,
look, building this kind of business can feel lonely. That's why we built a private school community that is based off of a ton of other home service business owners that are literally going down the same pathway as you. We are winning together. You get all the tools, resources, and direct access to us. Join the movement today. The link's in the description below.
If you've been in business and you've done, maybe a few months or year or two of actual work, we want to focus our time, energy, and efforts on transitioning people over to the recurring and reoccurring. So that way you don't have to constantly sell every single day, every single week, every single month, every single year. So let's go back to our previous example of building a $1 million mowing company. Okay. Now I want you to put it into perspective if we built a $1 million one-time project company. So think maybe hardscaping or a sod company. where there's not a lot of really recurring revenue that you can build around that. It's like, hey, customers call you when they need sod, and it's like once every 3 or 4 years maybe. And then you come out, you do the sod, you fix the irrigation, you grade everything, you install the sod, and you're done. So these are one-time projects. Now, if you built that same business and did $1 million in revenue doing all one-time projects, guess what? If you don't get off the couch on January 1st and go hustle and sell, you don't have $1 million business anymore. Now, you might have some customers that call you who've used you before that might generate 100 or 200K that year. But like, if you literally stop selling and stop going out and trying to grow the company, guess what happens? The entire model falls apart. It's not a sustainable business. And so as you start, one-times are okay to get, but we gotta start to transition our focus over to the recurring and the reoccurring. So how do we do that? Very simple. When we're done with the one-time projects, let's do a walkthrough with the customer. When we're typically walking through, we say, hey, look, here's the new bushes we just installed. Here's the new flowers we just installed. Here's the new mulch, okay? What I would do is recommend and upsell them like, hey, by the way, we have a recurring maintenance program where we can come out, trim these bushes we just installed, annually clean out and put into new flowers for the year, right? So like now we're starting to push them into more of a reoccurring service. And that's ultimately what we want to do to build a real business. What I can tell you is our main location is about 80% here in the reoccurring and reoccurring. It's about 80%. And it's really nice because the general manager does not have to go out and sell their brains out every single day, every single week. Last year we did, I think, about 720K at our main location. This year we're going to do about maybe 825, 850. And again, a lot of our reoccurring work was already there. It was already established. We already came into this season with 375 recurring weekly mowing customers. Now that we're up to like 410 or 415, like again, we didn't need to go out and resell all those 375 old customers. They were already our existing customers. This is how you build a real business and a true model to where you will absolutely make more money because you don't have to constantly buy new leads and new customers because you already have really good paying ones that you already have, right? These are the 3 ways to make more money. I highly recommend focusing on the top 2. This will make you more money and make your life way easier as you start to grow and scale your business.